Um,
Okay, the recording has started. So, welcome everybody to Think Africa launch, and I'm going to hand the session over to Sharon.
thank you, Charity, and welcome everybody. And the familiar face, our guest, Peter Kariuki, and the other colleagues who are here. I hope we are going to have an engaging session, and it will be open-ended. Of course, I might give some guidelines, and then we can shoot as and when we feel we need to shoot differently. I'm sure you can hear me. Um, I'm happy that we have a candidate and also from Tunisia. I think the name was Arima. Maybe she can introduce herself, and the other participants also who are candidates can also introduce themselves so that at least we are familiar with maybe what you want us to take away as your go-to voting, slogan or tip. I see we also have Faven and Martha and Miriam. Welcome to this session. So Rima, over to you.
Thank you. My name is Rifka Rima Alish. So I am from Tunisia. And yes, I'm candidate. It's my second time candidate to municipality elections. My first time I'm a candidate in county elections in Banda Kerava with the SDP, Social Democrat. I'm with them. I'm an expert in integration and relocation services. I have some trust position in Banda as well, Banda Kerava. So, especially to Municultural Advisory Council, I'm there a member, and Participation and Democracy Committee, I'm there also a member. Uh, other task position I have, but okay. Yes, what I like or what I hope that I can do and I try to my best, of course, is to make like Vanta more multicultural and more international. As well, Vanta Kerava, the services we speak about county, so we speak about health services, social services, secure services. So those services, they take in consideration like other backgrounds and like to be like multicultural more. And they understand our issues like immigrant or like a new coming here, or even people they are settled here, but they haven't they don't get enough support, or they not even get enough or not integrated yet. Them and them families, them children, and we have we give birth to our children here in Finland. So our children, they are more Finnish than from our background. So also those children and those youth and the mental health of youth and how to protect those youth, our future here in Finland, how to protect them and to going in the right way, not to going in the wrong way. So maybe they can, if don't giving to them enough support in the beginning of issue or the beginning of they need help. So after that, maybe they go to street, so take drugs and be in youngest and all of that. So those of course, in Vanta, so we speak about in municipality. We speak about, for example, schools, daycares. We speak about activities. We speak about rent. We speak about house policies, rent policies. We speak about also street transportation, and of course, we speak about work and education and professional education and integration. So those things, it's very important to have an immigrant background candidate and people inside after, so they can of course try to influence there and to open the dialogue, and they know about how important immigrants and how Finland need, and especially Vanda need more international people inside, and how to integrate them and how they go more to work, not to get a lot of problems, for example, and to cost a lot after to the country, Vanda Kerava. So thank you so much. Yeah, I'm very glad that I am here, especially Peter here, and as well Think Africa. I was a long time a member with Think Africa, like a volunteer, many years. But yeah, thank you so much. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you very much for such a mouthful. There are a lot of takeaways from what you were saying: integration, health policies, housing policies, and drugs, so that we don't have children on the streets or children abusing drugs. Maybe before I open the floor from other colleagues to ask you some questions, what actually motivated you, which caused you to actually want to participate in the municipal and county elections? What was your motivation as an international or as someone coming from Tunisia and staying in Finland?
I have now 16 years in Finland. So I am settled here, and I am a Finnish woman as well, Tunisian woman. So it is from my own experience, like a woman, a newcoming mother, and I didn't get enough support in the beginning when I needed it, and a lot of misunderstood it happened between me authorities here, because I didn't get enough information. I didn't get enough support at the beginning when I have a problem about depression and after divorce and after that. So I am with the little children, both of them like a baby and another, and I am a mother of ADD children. So it's like nipsul upset. So this is the things. When you be with from social worker and they come to your home and you try to explain yourself, they understand you, and we don't speak even language, and with interpreter they make a lot of wrong interpretation. So this is the point. So it's from my own issues, my own experience, own suffering in the beginning, my life in the start of my life in Finland here. So after that, when I learned the Finnish language, I try my best, I do my best. So I integrate, I did work. And when I was the interpreter, I changed even my work because I didn't get my job. I have bachelor degree in commerce and sales management from Tunisia. I was in the central of bank in Tunisia, in Monetic and telematic services there. And after I coming here, they telling me, hey, go to work like a nurse or like a nurse, like that.
Yeah,
And
okay.
yes, and this is the person he is in charge to my integration process. He telling me this in 2009 and 2010 when I coming to Finland. I was be ready. I have 22. I'm still youth woman. So coming with dreams, with the opportunities, with four language I have, like full foreign language. I speak it better English than now, like full English, like full Arabic, like full French, like full Italian. You see that? So after that, they're telling me, no, we don't get anything, try to change. So I put my CV, I tried many times, but because my name is an immigrant name. So that's why I was being vascular. So that's why I having the possibility to go to get a job in my specialty. When I moved to Helsinki in 2015, I get the same problem You know, I get the same problem to get a job in my specialty. So I know how important, like high educated people coming, like they are ready to go, but they put us in the same level to other in the integration courses from the work office. The work office, they put us in the same level like another people. They haven't even, and they don't even know how to write. So from there, I tried to participate in this society. I tried to go to learn to get better situation and develop myself. And after I take, okay, I try to think about, okay, what's best place to change? Where is best place to change? So it is to be a politician. It's not enough to be in an association or in association work. Okay, it's of course they support each other, but to go inside the system and try from the inside the system to try to change and make the changement. And when we know where is the problem, so we try and we know how to fix it. So it is like this is in why I am politician and I take the decision to be a politician.
Oh, thank you very much. Maybe just a quick follow-up on how, maybe if you are comfortable sharing with us, how your political party has actually also helped you to participate and to prepare for these elections, both in the county and municipal elections. How did your political party maybe assist you to actually prepare?
Yeah, of course. Our party, because I'm with the SDP and in Vanta, uh, in Lensi Vanta Demaret, I am there. Our department is there. So of course they, when I going and they make like the first step, and I call the person in charge about that. So they taken me and they supported me all the time, and I was being like well uh in good hands, you know, like I am was be like in good hands. So if I understand the question, it is like that. What is our party and how that support us in our path? It's like that. Yeah.
Yes, sure.
Exactly. Our party, we speak in general, for example, of course, they are with the immigrant. As Social Democrat, they are with the immigrant. And we have a lot of politicians inside, and they are in good position as well. They are like an immigrant background. And to me, for example, as well, I was be supported, very well supported inside our party and with our colleagues and Finnish colleagues. So, yeah, they supported me and trusted me and giving me trust position and support me and assist me all the time.
No,
Yeah.
thank you very much for sharing those tidbits with us, and it's very much insightful. I'm being advised also that we have Omolara. Uh, if you can confirm if you are with us, another candidate also.
Yes, I'm here, but I'm not in a very good space.
No, thank you very much for joining us. Maybe you can just say one or two things to us.
I'll come back and I will do that in like 2 minutes, please.
Okay, thank you. Colleagues, we have heard from Rima and her insightful aspects that she shared with us. We can also ask questions, and we can also give Peter, some time to speak to us or to comment later. But colleagues, feel free to ask, follow-up questions to Rima if you want a clarity on other aspects. I'm not seeing hands now.
Sharon, I think we will have to start calling them by names.
Okay.
I will
Okay.
start with the safest person. Feven, do you have any questions so far?
Yes, hi. Not yet, honestly. So, but if I have a question, I will definitely ask.
Okay. For me, like I would like to ask, you've mentioned like the struggles, especially when you come here when you're very educated, because that's one of my challenge. Like there are no jobs. You're sending applications, not even a feedback or like a response because of your name, and there's no way to change your name because I know some people who have married but then divorced, but then they've kept the Finnish surname because it at least it opens doors to where somebody might get an interview. Then from there you can actually defend your CV and your qualifications. So for me, I would like to ask, like, what steps will you do to help uh, people to like people who are qualified with the integration? Because mostly they just take you to that basic in one pool, and I think integration is kind of individual. So what are you planning to implement once you are in, if I might put it that way?
Yeah, thank you so much about this question. That's true that especially the high educated people here, we have this issue that to get a job in our specialty. And for example, if you can't come directly from your country and you apply and you get a job directly, it is like more easy than a person who's settled here, but for example, he tried to get a job even he is settled here and he have uh, possibilities, more possibilities, even language he have, but he can't even get a job. So this point that we need that okay now they try to use this anonym way process of to this process when you put of hearing for example um, people, but I think it's not enough the anonym because the anonym solution, for example, when you go inside and go to interview, the problem it is after. It is the people who make a decision. When they look at you, you are different, and your name, it's coming your name, and you are different. So the employer also need to change him status or him way of thinking. It's not okay. You are an immigrant, so you are like not qualified enough like other Finnish people. No, we are qualified. We have possibilities. We have opportunities. We have skills. We have languages. We have like culture background. We have like work culture background, another work culture background, and make us like more international. This is very good. So this is the point. So we need to change the people who make a decision inside the way of speaking. And of course, we need something like the municipality because the municipality is the biggest place of giving work. So we need a municipality that make initiative, more programs that they support the companies and they giving them some solutions, some motivation, some maybe fisk situation like Vero like helpottaa vähän Veroa ja kannustus, se on kannustus, encourage them more and to take a more and more like an immigrant or other monoculture people to make work. So this is my idea, for example.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that interview. So maybe a follow-up question would be, how are political parties helping immigrants to participate in decision-making processes and to also maybe influence how municipalities and counties are viewing them or helping them to also secure jobs? Could you comment on that, if you're comfortable? The role of political parties.
Of course, the role of political parties, when we be in the council and advisory council and other structure, all the structure of decision maker, because we don't speak just about high council in the municipality, we speak about under. It is like a system. It is like a system. It's many things. So the parties, when we are together, we need this open the dialogue in a good way, and we see all together. And it's not like you are an immigrant and you are a Finnish, you are from Vanta. We are all from Vanta. We are all the people of Vanta. And the political parties, we need that we find some solution. Even our goals is different, or our agenda is different, but we need to make some solution and to sit together. And we sit together, but we don't need to focus in our, for example, like a politician inside. We need to be more neutral when we make a decision, what is touch the good life to other people who live in Vanta, that we live in serenity, we live together, we can do work, we can go to school, we are safe together, and we are nice together. So this is the point. So I hope this. For example, I think like that. And all time I speak about that in the SDP as well, other parties, even because I'm in council and other, for example, parts from PS or from COCOMOS or from others. So I tell to them, please try to be neutral and don't try to follow your agenda and your big agenda. Try to focus in all people there in Vanta. It's not like in all Finland, but we focus, for example, in our city to make city better, to make people better situation, Yeah.
Thank you very much for such critical interventions. We benefit a lot. Maybe before I give the floor to Peter, does your party have make working relations with maybe the Ministry of Justice in trying to make sure that you also exchange some notes on how best to encourage immigrants to also vote in Finland? If you are aware of any working relationship with the Ministry of Justice, does your party work with the Ministry of Justice in any way, if you are aware?
This is better that he can answer about that. But I think that we have, and what I know, but it's better. That's better, yeah. I think it's better. Like Peter, it's better to answer about that because he's inside and he know more, yeah.
Thank you very much. Peter, before you respond, let me confirm again if Omolara is now ready to talk to us.
Yes, I can briefly say something now.
No, thank you very much. You can shoot.
Okay, so sorry, I'm not, I was outside earlier with my kids. We were taking the evening walk. So I'm just going to say, maybe I'll just tell my story briefly. I'm Omolara Odejiru. I'm a Nigerian, and I'm a fashion designer. I have my fashion business in Espoo, Finland. And just this year, last year, I decided to be part of politics, and I'm running in the Espoo municipality and the county, Welfare County, also for Usima region. So basically what inspired this journey, it wasn't something I set out to be part of, especially coming from knowing the kind of political thing that we had from my home country. So it wasn't something that we just wake up and said, I want to run as a politician. But then I think one thing that struck at the beginning of this year was if you're going to make a change, if you want the change, you really need to be part of the change that you desire. And then seeing that a lot of immigrants don't actually get involved in voting, because honestly, if you ask them, they tell you, who do I want to vote for? But then I had to go through some journey. I had my throat surgery last year, February, over a year now. And then these are things that you are meant to, that could have been handled firsthand from the beginning. You know, you've been going to the health center, to the emergencies for over 6 years. And then they just tell you, when someone just throw up your pain and said, it's okay, just take 3 days off, and then you can use Burana. Then if the pain is much, you use Burana and Panadol at the same time, and then they give you this high dosage, then you'll be fine. Until August 2023, I was at the emergency again. And this particular doctor that was there, my left hair went deaf already because the pain already affected my hair. So I couldn't hear with my left anymore. That was when they had to switch to action. And this thing has been happening pre-COVID. I had to be placed on oxygen for just 30 minutes. Then once I'm back to life, they just tell you the kind of work you're doing, you don't need dust around you. So it's fine. You just need to stay away from dust, stay away from cat and dog because of the hair that comes from them. So now imagine I had to go through surgery 6 years later for something that could have been handled at the root. So it was at that moment I knew we actually needed someone. And even the non-urgent care thing, you had to wait for months. You might be on the queue for over 7, 8 months, still waiting to be called on, still waiting to be checked upon. And I had a friend that had to go through cancer that has been going to the hospital also, complaining for more than 3 years. Then I knew these people making decisions for us are actually not walking in our shoes. They do not belong to my community. They do not know our pains. They do not know what we go through on a daily and what needed and the kind of change that we truly desire. So if we want this change, then we need a representation from amongst us, someone that can tell this is what is going on. I've had to go through job search in Finland. You don't even get called up to. Even when you have finished references and they are telling you, I'm so sure you're a perfect match for this job. And the next thing you're going to hear is unfortunately. So imagine people that doesn't have the kind of skills that I do have, that are still job hunting. Imagine the kind of people that doesn't have, that didn't even, and now look at the new laws that are in progress. People can't even say they want to think straight and go through the journey of being an entrepreneur, because what comes to them first is stability. So we need a change. We need the kind of rules, we need representation in those places where decisions are being made, because the people making decisions for us can't relate with what we are going through and they can't even hear our voice. So this was one of the major reasons why I step up, because we have a lot of highly educated immigrants that are living in Finland. I was part of a campaign also last year. And then one thing that came was, thank you, Finland, but goodbye. You know, thank you for my education, for free education. Thank you for spending this. Imagine someone studying from undergraduate to university to postdoctorate, and then they still have to do mid-grad job because there was nothing forthcoming for them. But all they need is to pay bills and just sustain their family. Dreams are being killed and shut up. So if we really desire this change, we need representation. And yes, I don't know what's the future of this election holds, but then coming out even is a big step that, okay, we have people, we have voices also, and we want to be heard. And this is just a step in the right direction. So I will just stop here. Thank you.
Wow, many thanks for such critical intervention and a lot of things that are in common with what Rima was saying. But maybe could you just in 1 minute maybe tell us the political party you're going to be you belong to, if you're comfortable with sharing?
Yeah, sure. I'm running under Kesco Star, and like I said, I didn't set out to be a politician. So it was just a word I received personally. towards the end of last year that, of course, it's something we see on a daily, but when something comes to you, like you have to be the change that you desire. But it didn't come to me on a platter of gold like that. It came like differently. And considering the kind of journey I had, and when I didn't have to do so much research. I just met with someone around me. And one thing that strikes was when I was looking at what Keskusta stands for, it said peace and stability. And what does many immigrants want? Why do we have to move from where we come from and be in Finland? Why do we have to leave our home country and everything we love behind, the good weather and everything? It's just for the sanity, for peace and stability. So that was just, okay, yeah, I'm just staying here. Let's see what comes up at the end of the day. Thank you.
No, thank you very much. And also, thank you, Martha, for, such a wonderful comment on what Omolara is doing. Guys, we can put the reactions there. We can, show the emojis of love, thumbs up when our candidates or any speaker is giving us insightful comments. You can even also utilize the chat box so that we get your feedback and understand, your follow-ups from what our candidates are saying. Before I go again to Peter, please bear with me. There's another candidate again, Teresia Polari. If you are here, Teresia, you can also, greet us or even share with us your political party and what you stand for, and what is also maybe motivating you to be a candidate, or even tell us whether you are, a candidate for both the county and municipal elections, as Rima is doing. Teresia, if you are with us.
Yes, I am here. Hi, everyone. Let me try to put on the video for a bit. Yes, I am Teresia Bilola in Turku. I am running for the municipal elections only for a second time now. And I am running with the Greens. And this being my second time, I think I want to continue what I have started. I got into this not intentionally. I was asked to join, and then I had to think about what I want to do with this and where I want to go with it. And my biggest thing with getting into politics was first just to get out information to internationals, and then from internationals to decision making. And that's what I have focused on mostly. Most of the things that I have done have been in relation to that. Like, does policy know about what the internationals face, and do the internationals know how they can influence policy? So that has been my focus. But for these elections, my specific themes are especially employment. The employment services they are moving now to the cities, and I see this as a good opportunity to start right by taking into account the different kinds of people, quote unquote, kinds of people who move here, because you can't plan employment services across the board. We are all different stages of life, different background, and yeah. So I think that employment services should be planned with that in mind, and then especially looking at the immigrant who comes here and is already highly educated. How do you plan the employment services with that person in mind? Are the people who are sitting on the other side of the desk prepared for this kind of person, or are they just there to get the person into any kind of job, not caring about what this person comes with, their qualifications, their previous experience, and all of that? And then the second thing that keeps me awake is the well-being of families with children and youth, because in Turku it's a big topic. Youth delinquency is a big topic, and I feel that we should start from well-being, whether families are doing well or not. What kind of support can be given to families so that we don't see the effects of families not doing well on our streets with the way our youth and children are acting out. And then I also focus on making sustainability easy for the everyday person. So those are my three main themes. And talking about what my party offers to internationals, I think my being there for the past 4 years, I've been able to push a lot of things. For instance, we have been able to revive, we had an association in the party that was supposed to be a multi-language organization, but it was sleeping since 2019. Now it's up and running again, and we are able to have material in several languages and try to communicate to different groups of people. So that is what I have to say in a nutshell. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Employment is actually of delinquents. If we also talk about what the other candidates have been saying, you guys have been amazing and showing us a lot of critical issues that actually motivated you. Maybe one of you can just maybe comment why maybe we still have voter apathy and even maybe lack of enthusiasm by immigrants to participate, not just as voters, but also as candidates. One of you can just comment to us, or you can all comment on maybe the reasons why there's such voter apathy amongst immigrants, and also there's a bit of reluctance to run as candidates. Rima,
I can
Omalana, and Teresa. Yes.
I can even start to answer about this question. So yes, that's true. It's not enough that the immigrant go to vote, because I think first thing it is they haven't enough information about voting and about their right to vote, because they think, for example, they must have like citizenship. So after that, they have the right to vote, but they haven't the information enough about, okay, it's enough 2 years about residence permit, so they can go to vote in municipality as well, county election. This is first thing. Second thing, maybe also because they have a trauma about them politician and politics system in them countries. So especially refugees. And especially when they coming here, they don't enough trust the politician, and they think the system, the the system is the same like our countries, and they think even we are a Finnish and we represent Finnish party and we represent Finnish system, but still, for example, I am Tunisian or I am Arab spoken, so they think like that. Okay, should we be maybe corrupted politician? So they think like maybe this is one of thing. what I was I experienced that because they speak a lot about that. What, for example, immigrant politician can make to us or can give to us. No, you haven't the power. You are a liar. You can't change anything. You can't influence anything. Look about policies. Look about migration. About that. About this. I'm telling them, please, this is election. It don't touch the parliament. Don't think they are in parliament. We are in municipality and we are in like county. So it's service, it's life, it's daily life things. So it's there. Even that they haven't the civic education. It's not enough having the civic education. They haven't enough aware about what kind of elections it is, and what is the municipality services, and what is the county services, what is the difference between them. And they think they focus about passport, about permit, that's about work. This is the most important thing to them. So like Kela, work, passport, like red passport, and residence permit, and how to bring him family here. That's it. But not even interested about other services. So I hope that we can get better awareness and better like education, civic education more. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Yeah, indeed, like what Omolara was saying, it's more about maybe stability. Then you look at your resident permits, how to be a citizen, how to get the passport, how to bring your family, as you are saying. Then this issue of voting will be last. Thank you very much for that critical point. And Omolara and Teresia, do you have any comments on that aspect?
I have nothing to add for now. Thank
you. Thank you. What about Teresa?
I would say that in addition to all this misinformation or lack of information, there is also the fact that politics is not cheap to be in. It's something that I will propose that at some point with this iVote series or whatever we are doing in Think Africa, we can have a session where we talk about that as well. It requires a lot of not just the human effort, but also financial resources to even get to a level where you get a good number of votes. And if you look at the immigrant population and where people are at different stages of their life, this becomes a luxury if we relate it to the other discussions. Do I have a job that I can make ends meet? Do I have a residence permit? Am I trying to save money for the next residence permit and all of that? So politics in this sense becomes a luxury. It's not easy for someone like that to take this politics seriously, especially if they are not seeing this as having a direct impact on all these other factors. It's something that most people do not figure when they try to talk to immigrants. Oh, come and be a candidate. Oh, come and run for elections. They don't see that because, okay, in the Finnish society, it's given. Some of them have good connections where they will get good donations. Some have saved money. Some have the wherewithal to even borrow money and put in the elections. But it's different for immigrant candidates. So that's one thing that can stop someone from getting involved in politics. But then there are all these other factors too of communication. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. And maybe before you go, Teresia, you are now running for the second time. What could be your quick advice to the other candidates, who are running for the first time? What do you have to say, which will help them actually, or which they can be on the lookout for?
My quick advice is very personal. Know your why, and the why should be very strong, because if your why is not very strong, it's very easy for it to get hard and you get discouraged. So from the beginning, know why, what is your motivation for doing this? And it has to be really strong so that every time you can go back to this is why I am doing this.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Peter,
Oh, okay, sorry.
Sorry. Also, I can give another advice as well because I'm second time. So please, to all candidates, they run to the first time. Take it easy. Take it easy. What's it happen? What it come about result? It's okay. It's enough to us. Like one believe in us. When you get one voice, that mean it's a big thing that you did. They did a strong and a very very good job and work that you get a person who believe on you. So this is a point. Second thing. So speak with leaders and the department leaders about after when you have because after they give some task position. So speak about with your leader that your effort don't going like that. Okay, because many immigrant background candidates they don't know the right, and after what it happened. after when they share the position. And so this is nice to know about that. Ask your leaders. So you get something, even a deputy in some council, some advisory council. Okay? Even a deputy, it's not like a member, even a deputy of a member there. And when you go inside, it's there start. It's there start, and you can build with time. You can build with time and learn, like it's more what kind of transposition it is and how it's work the system inside. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you once again. You guys have been amazing. But one thing you were emphasizing, Omolara was emphasizing something on, the health police, and also how even highly educated immigrants are struggling to also, get jobs. The same thing Rima was emphasizing, aspects relating to unemployment, which issues were also emphasized by Teresia. So we have a lot of issues that actually affect the immigrants at a policy level. So Peter, can you help us?
Sharon, excuse, before we go ahead, Miriam has her hand.
Thank you, Sherit. I hadn't seen the Miriam, you can shoot.
Sorry, I don't know if it will distract from the question you were going to ask Peter. Peter, you can go next. It was more actually a curiosity maybe to running. And Teresa, you brought up a good point also on the finances. I think in the part one, we also noted down that we should have a discussion on how finances impact results. But it was more of a curiosity on sorry, lost my track of thought. Oh, yes, yeah, sorry. When you're running, are you thinking about immigrant voters in the sense that is it enough to target immigrant voters, or does one need to also think about how to reach the, let's say, native Finns to get their votes? Because most of the issues, that we heard today, are largely immigrant specific. So maybe my curiosity was, is it sufficient? Is the immigrant voter enough to get candidates through? Yeah, that was the curiosity there.
If can I answer the first here before the Teresa or others? So it's not enough really, but we have enough voices if they go to vote. Okay, if to encourage them to vote, it will be possible. And but it is good to us to also reach the native Finnish and be near to them and get them voices. You see, we have many also like immigrant people, and they have supported with the Finnish, and them the people they vote to them, they are Finnish, they are native Finnish people. So it is possible, but we need to know more the language and what they need, and like make more activities and be near to them. For example, the old people, for example, the youth, the solo mom, for example, many of, it depends of categories, it depends of your theme and your categories. Yes.
Thank you very much. Because I also saw like, Somali candidates in Turku, they are volunteering to pick, voters, and their friends are also saying, we can pick you guys, just come and vote for us. So I think that's another way. I'm not sure how other candidates have been doing it, which also feeds into what Miriam is asking about funding and financing the candidates, so that at least they also get quite a number of voters who can vote for them and then help them to win the elections. Teresia, do you have something? And Omolara?
I don't think that the targeting only the immigrant population is enough. It's nowhere near enough. First of all, we know how the voting pattern is. But why, for me personally, I choose to have this as the core is because if you look in politics, the Finnish people already have a strong voice. We need more immigrant voices. There are so many people already speaking for the Finnish people. It doesn't mean that you cannot target them with your message, but that is not my core. And even the themes and the messages that I send out, it has the Finnish society, it has Finnish people in mind as well. For instance, the theme on families is a cross-cutting thing. It's not something that is strictly immigrant. And if you run your campaign solely around immigrants, I don't think it's not sustainable. It's not. I remember that even for the first elections that I ran and the second one, most of the financial donations came from Finnish people whom I don't know from anywhere. So you are, as a councillor, you are not going there for a particular constituency. You might have a focus, but you are going there for everyone.
Okay. Yeah. No, thank you very much. I think you guys helped us with your explanations. Now we can understand how candidates actually try to reach out to both the immigrants and the larger Finnish society. Peter, you have heard it all, and at a policy level, you have heard all the challenges, the hindrances, and also the motivations to be candidates. And we're glad that today we have 3 candidates, and last time we couldn't, discuss a lot on what political parties are doing because we didn't have, candidates. But today, Peter, we have the opportunity of, commenting on the policy aspects and also on how you guys are building synergies to make sure that the playing field for the candidates of immigrant background is actually level, and also it helps them to keep on trying even if they don't make it or make it at the first instance. Over to you, Peter.
Yeah, thank you, Sharon, and thank you once again for being here with all of you to discuss this very, very important event. Let me start by congratulating all the candidates. Yeah, I can see we have very good and strong candidates. Congratulations for taking the effort. Some of you I know for some time, some of you I have not met before, and it's encouraging to see that people have found that why, I think, as Teresa said, that why that is making them go towards the elections as candidates and trying to influence things in their own municipalities and their own counties. Just to clarify, from a neutrality perspective, the Ministry of Justice is neutral to all parties. So I am as well neutrally taking any positions in these discussions without preference to any party, regardless of who is represented here. Our position towards all the parties as the central electoral governance arm in the government is all parties are neutral. All parties are the same, regardless of size, regardless of position in government or position in county or municipality government. And what we can only do when it comes to political parties, we cannot influence political parties in their own internal structures and mechanisms. All we can do is to encourage them to uphold the law and to uphold certain principles of equity, of course, when it comes to having diverse workforces, diverse candidate lists, and in cases of discrimination within the party, then we will also offer advice on how to deal with such cases if and when they occur. So just to answer to your question, Sharon, we don't deal directly with the parties to tell them what to do. Parties have their own systems and their own structures that they use in order to try and make their lists and their structures as diverse as possible. Just to touch on a few points, very important points that were said by the 3 candidates, one of which was employment. I think that was a very good and very, very important point, because employment services have the responsibilities of employment services have been shifted from central and regional government, and they have been given to the municipalities. And this is a very enormous change in employment service policy. So the municipal councils have got lots of influence when it comes to employment services, and people who are going to be sitting in those councils and in the committees that Rima has also mentioned, some of the committees will have a lot of influence on how the employment services are manifested. So I just picked one point, I think, from every candidate. The other one is the journey of becoming a political candidate. I think it's very important to remember that it's a personal commitment. So let's take a crude example of deciding to compete in a marathon. If you choose to compete in a marathon, then you have to put in the work. So think of political participation and activism as running in a marathon. Not the best analogy, but it's the best one I could come up with. You have to put in the work in order to complete the marathon. So the same thing with becoming a candidate. Don't think about the elections or participating as a candidate as the ultimate goal only being sitting in a municipal or a county council or in the House of Parliament. It is also an opportunity to build your networks within a political party. It is also an opportunity to build your networks within a certain population group. So within the political party, I think it's Rima who said that you establish a network with the political leadership, nationally, locally, regionally. And these are the people who have the powers to wield certain positions in different committees, in different working groups, within the party structure, within the party employment structure. So think of it from that perspective. It is about also building your profile in that sense. And then finally, maybe I would like to say that the municipalities in Finland are, I don't want to call them autonomous. Let's say they are semi-autonomous. They're not completely autonomous, but they're also quite autonomous in quite many things. And so are the counties. So it is whoever focuses only on one population group when going into an election, a county or municipal election, I think it's a bit limiting, because at the end of the day, you have to serve the whole county and the whole municipality. It's very difficult to pass policies for one population group. Normally, policies and decisions are passed for the entire population group that affect the entire society. So that's a good perspective to also keep in mind, because the county assemblies and all the committees and county government is actually built to serve the entire municipality. But let me stop here, and if there's questions, let me just add, I actually shared a link with Miriam and I think Sharon and the rest of the team that are organizing this session. It's called Valid Pistefi, and all the, if you just allow me to share this, let me see if I can find it. No, let me see if I can find that link, because I'd like to share this very important page with all of you so that you can see right to vote.
Let me know if you can find it, Peter, or I can put it.
Yes, let's see if I can share it. I don't know whether you can see it.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can see it.
Yes. So this website is actually very important. Unfortunately, it's the website developed under the auspices of the Ministry of Justice. It's very basic, but all the information that you need on elections, especially the county and municipal elections, there is here. And what I like about this website is that the information that's been provided here has been provided, of course, in different languages, but also in different forms, as in simplified form, and then it's rather in basic or semi-complex form as well. So I highly encourage all of you, if you can utilize this page, spread information about this page, please do that, because this way people can be able to get a lot of information on the elections. I just want to finally highlight this page right here about the YouTube site, where you can have basic, simple instructional videos on how to vote and how to go about it. And just to finish up, pre-elections date ends today, as you were told, actually, I think by Rima, and the final election, the main election day, the official election day, is on the 13th on Sunday. Let me stop here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Peter. Yeah, thank you, Peter. Information on how best, we can vote and also help others appreciate, the information relating to how they can vote. Colleagues, those with questions, since this is an open discussion, you can ask, open questions directed to our three candidates or to Peter from the Ministry of Justice. And we have also heard Peter saying that the ministry is very much neutral and cannot dictate to political parties on what they do internally. So if we are to ask Peter, let's make sure that our questions also, take into cognizance the fact that his ministry is neutral. You are free to ask questions now.
Yes, I could maybe go first. Yeah. Maybe this is more to the candidates. In the last session, there was a discussion about how parties and candidates usually engage communities during election cycles. And I wonder if Teresa Omolora, maybe Rima, if you have any insights into how your parties engage communities outside of the election cycles, or if there's plans to and things like that. I also ask in the interest of course, of Think Africa, as we are thinking about how do we then continue this creating awareness throughout the whole year, not just also during election. Like what are the parties doing, and what could maybe Think Africa also do in addition?
It is a very good question. And thank you, Miriam, about that. Thank you, Peter, also for your speech. It's very quite nice. And yes, our parties, I think it's all parties, not just our parties, but it's nice that parties open more the possibilities to the association work and reinforce the dialogue with associations. And for example, give the association or invite them to the parliament or them to the office, or to go like leaders, our leaders going also to association and association program to be with them in them program, them events, and association be near, because we speak association, maybe we can in association, maybe it is like focus in some communities, so those associations that they are, for example, like Arab spoken association. So they are focused in like Arab spoken people here in Finland. So when leader visit them and leader being in them event and like many cultural like event, and they see the leaders there. So that they giving us like Arab spoken people, our immigrant or international people here, they giving us that we are welcoming, that they take they respect us. They like to be with us. They like to be near to us, you see? So this is a point. When I feel that I am like others and I have the rights like others and I can go directly to speak with the leaders without any barriers, So, and it is with us in our event, when our religious event, for example, when, for example, parties put them in Facebook or in social media pages like congratulations about Eid, about Ramadan, about that. So it touched us, you see, it touched us that we be grateful, and they can, after that, we can trust them more, and we can be near to them more, and like to be participate more. And why not, when it coming elections, people go to vote, and from us go to be a candidate or to be even an activist, politician activist, for example, you see. So this is one of things. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Teresia, do you have anything to add to what Rima is saying?
Yeah, I think associations play a very big role in how to reach different groups of the population. But that is not enough. There are all these committees. For instance, Turuku has a multicultural council, and the connect with associations is still not very strong, or they have a traditional set of associations that they have been working with, and it doesn't cover all the associations that are in Turuku. So yes, there may be structures, but those structures need to take into account, because in the Multicultural Council, almost every political party that won the elections, quote unquote, is represented. So it's an easy way also to link to associations and different groups of the population that are around Turuku. That's one way. Another way is through all these other things that Rima has talked about. And then the city itself, it funds associations. I think it's not only in Turuku, maybe in other cities as well. They fund association activities. They could also see that as opportunities for continuing these discussions with associations. Not just giving the funding and then staying aloof, but trying to be more present in what these associations are doing, and actually seeing what kind of impact they're having. Because the complaint is usually they don't know how to reach people, but you can't reach people as individuals. There are associations and communities that these people belong to. It's easy to reach these communities, and then you'll be able to reach the individual. During elections, we hold all kinds of panels, and then after that, it cuts. These panels could be continued as thematic discussions that you are informing these different associations, just the same way that they are done during elections.
Yes, it's very nice, Teresa, because I sit now in it is commit. This commit, it's about participation and democracy in Vanda Kerava, here in Point Alloy, like county there. So yes, that what we do there, that we speak about all the association, and as well also I am in association advisory council. I'm there also like a member. So yes, that we sit with other big association and represent, and we speak about the things. It's not like foundation that just giving money or make a decision, because we make the decision about giving the all of money about those association or other activities, for example, toimintoja, sanotaan toimintoja, but also we try to be near to them and to see them also like communities and people like in the association. So this is one of things I telling to them, that it's not enough that we make decision here. It's good also to go to visit them and be too near to them. But when we are in the commit there, we are many party representative there. We are not just one, and many other representative with us, and with also with the sound conesto, valtio conesto in English. And the people, they work like in the country. The people also they work about and make strategy and make a decision, and they are also with us. so that we are together. It's not like just a party make that, but we are representative of our parties. We are there and we try together to make something to association and other like people, they live in Vanda as well, Vanda Caravan, you know. So this is the point. It's not like just immigrants, also like all the packaging. Yeah, thank you.
Sharon, you are on mute.
Oh, yeah, thank you. No, thank you. I was like thanking Rima and Teresia for their interventions. And I believe they are very much important in taking us to what Peter was saying, that we, like in a marathon, you pick your pace, then you maintain that pace, you try and look at your opponents until you hit the finishing line. So it was quite engaging, but I think what was very critical was this point on how we can maybe having funding models that will ensure that immigrants are also participating effectively and with the hope that they will also win. So how best can we, financing model or funding model as we go forward, both as candidates or as Think Africa? From the candidate's perspective, what is it that you can maybe suggest that we do to make sure that candidates also get effective funding from both the Finnish society and also maybe from NGOs or even from like immigrants themselves?
I think the first thing we can do about this topic is just first that there should be a bit more information about what it takes to run for elections. Because for anybody, when you are getting it for the first time, you don't know what are the financial implications. So there should be a bit more information about approximate costs, what kinds of things like services and whatever are needed to be purchased by a candidate. All of these are voluntary, but they count towards making a successful campaign. A lot of this information is not out there. You get in as a candidate before you start finding out all of this. So if there's a bit more information about this, then it's easy for you now to, as a candidate, be able to tell others that, okay, this is what it takes for me to run as a candidate, and this is why I do fundraising. Because sometimes people don't even understand why you are doing fundraising because they don't see where this is going to be used. So the first thing is, first, we need more information about the fact that elections need this.
Thank you very much, Teresia. The other candidates, Rima and Omolara, do you have maybe quick additions? And also, as they are adding, please let's also fill in our feedback survey so that we also learn from you guys, from your insights, what we have to do as Think Africa. So over to you, Rima and Omolara, if you have some additions to what Teresia was saying.
I think Omolara left and Rima is back. So I think it's better to repeat the question because I think Rima had issues with the network or something. But now she's back.
Yes, that's true, but I didn't hear the question. I have a problem in signal here.
Sharon, could you repeat the question?
Yeah, the question was, going forward, how best can we fund, candidates so that they also not just participate, but also participate to win the elections. So what funding model do you suggest so that maybe we reach out to Finns and also to immigrants as internationals?
It's very hard to try to find someone because the candidate need to himself also be like visible more, you know? You hear me? Like the candidate, for example, many associations, they don't know all candidates, what we have, like immigrant background candidate. So the candidate himself need to be like more visible, more active with association, especially association and other leader communities. Because in leader communities, when you be near to leader communities, so you can't participate in them event. It's not just our community, other communities, because here it's not just Arab spoken people. We have African, we have, you have, for example, Pakistan, you have Afghanian, you have Hazara, even Afghan, they have many communities, even the same. They are like Pashto, Hazara, many of them. So Turkish, Kurdish. So you need to be like near to all people. And you need to be active like a candidate. And when you are active in candidate, so ask. It's nice to ask. It's not like a bad thing that you ask help. No, ask. Go asking help, telling about, yeah, you need the help. You need that taking me in this discussion panel, this panel, those panel, going to them event. So this is the point. So this is my how I see the thing. So if you like to get something and be like a good candidate and good politician, so when you start, I don't speak about the person, he's like, no, I have enough. But when you start your path, so have the courage to ask help, have a courage, do not be shy, because be politician, not be shying also. So go and ask and go to the events, go to the leaders, go to the association, go to the even mosque, even church, other where you can see other, even your neighbor, even maybe like this, for example, Asu Castello, the Asu Castello, where is near to your place, the people, they are neighbor there, even in school, participate in school, for example, about parent groups and parent events there. So it is like that. It's there from there you can start something. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, our amazing candidates. And Peter, this was a quite engaging session. And you gave us, a lot of insights into how you are going to participate, what the ministry is doing, and what is there for candidates to do when they really want, what we can take away as think she can end the session well. Over to you, Cherit. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. I hope you all got something from this session and all your questions were answered. I hope by the time you're ending, you're not going back with unanswered questions. I would like to thank Peter Kariuki for joining us. We appreciate the time you take out from your schedule to help us with these questions. Thank you so much. And also thank you, Sharon, for hosting and facilitating this session. And thank you, everybody. Thank you, Rima, for joining, and Teresa for sharing your knowledge with us about the upcoming elections. And I wish you all the best. I wish I could clone myself to Tampere and Vanta so I can vote for you all. But I wish you all the best. So
thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We will be posting this session on YouTube. So if you're interested, you can check it out. I think from next week it should be available. So I want to thank you all, and I want to wish you all a happy week. Okay, yeah, week. We are not yet on the weekend, but a happy week and a lovely evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank
and good
you.
luck to all
Thanks,
of
everyone.
you and all
Good luck,
Thank
everyone.
you.
candidates.
Good luck, everybody. Thank you so much
Please
for
win.
organizing this.
You must win for us, all the candidates. We wish you all the best.
We do our
Thank
best,
you.
but we need your support
We
as
will
well.
do our best.
Yes, all the best. All the best.
Yes, thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you
you.
so much. Thanks. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.